Okay, so, okay. Oh, okay. It's nice to see some faces again. Yeah, I know we'll get around Easter. There's a pattern forming. It's like it gets to the end of the term and people are tired, whether it's work or whatever, people are tired, and I do get it. And then people have a bit of leave, and then I see people again. I get it.
Cornwall this week.
What's that?
Those in Cornwall.
Oh yeah. I still like those trousers.
Fortunately,
I know, I need to get on.
not welcome this abroad.
Okay, so we are looking today at slow and strong. Sounds sexy, right? I'm going to base things more on hatha today, but then we'll be breaking it into vinyasa, okay? So hatha is based on holding poses for a little bit longer, 5 to 10 breaths, okay? And what I want to see is intentional transitions as well. And we're going to be doing that by using the breath. And it is, forgive me, hold on. We are using Ujjayi breath today, which is shining with the skull breath. We've done it before, but not too often. And if you hear people in yoga breathing like this, that's using a Ujjayi breath. So what I would like to do is have a practice at the start, and I'm going to utilise it throughout the whole practice. And I'd like you from now on to really try and implement it where you can. And all it is closing off the throat and you're breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. But you can, when I say close off the throat, I normally take my tongue up to the roof of my mouth. So you can still kind of go and still have your mouth open. Some people just and go, but then you don't get the sound of like the ocean, you know, and then you don't know you're doing it. So it's kind of like, and notice my stomach is being used, so it's really deep belly breathing, okay? Right, and we'll be holding the poses for longer, so we're looking at building muscular endurance, really looking at the alignment of the postures as well, so I will be coming around. And what I want you to do is really be aware, so when you're doing something like extended side ankle, if you're coming over like this, trying to get your hand to the ground, I'd rather you come up onto a block or on like this and get the alignment, because what you're doing then is causing you being out of alignment with your body. It means other muscles are compensating. So I'd rather you just come up, you know, and do it that way. All right? Is everything okay? If there's anything you need to kind of help, chat to me about, just let me know on the way round, or as we're doing mobility and all that. I have slightly changed the way I do some lessons at the minute. I'm chopping and changing. It's not necessarily breathing mobility sense out. I might just choose to do more mobility depending what the lesson is. All right? So there we go. We're open free of the structure. All right. So let's come on to our sitting bones. Okay. Make sure the fleshy parts of your butt backwards. And just taking a nice big deep inhale in, we're going to lengthen up the spine so you've got the integrity of the posture. And as we exhale, we're going to release the shoulders, squeezing together and bring the shoulder blades down. Okay. What I'd like you to do is now place your palms face up. Place your hands on your knees, palms faced upwards. Bring your forethumb and finger together. And what I would like you to do is connect with your breath. And if you could start really deeply breathing into your belly, that would be great. really like you to connect with your mind, because what we're doing today also creates or enhances the mind-body connection, because you've really got to concentrate on that breath. Okay, just while we're here, set yourself a little intention for the lesson, or just check in with yourself. Is there any tension physically or mentally? And just use breath to release. Okay, I'm just going to open up our eyes now and just begin the Ujjayi breath. And all I'd like to do is lock off your throat by utilising the tongue maybe up to the top of the roof of the mouth. And what I'd like you to do next is just breathe in and out through your nose, okay? There doesn't need to be anything special at the moment. Okay, begin to count in for 4 and out for 4. And also pay attention that you're using deep belly breathing as well. And just remember, you've got the blocks if you want to shove them under your knees for comfort. Okay. So now you drain your breath, lock off the throat, deeply breathe in through your nostrils, and then out through your nostrils. Just make that sound a little bit bigger. Why is the sound bigger? Is so you know we're connecting with the breath. So at any stage through this practice, if you start to go back to your normal quiet breath and you're just shallow breathing, just switch back on to this Ujjayi breath. Sounds like the ocean. Okay, so what we're going to do now is circle our body round, but what we're going to do is still employ the Ujjayi breath. So we come over to the right, breathing in, and then breathing out. Connect with your abs, using the stabilizers in your abs to bring you round. Lovely breathing. Sounds good. Alright, and then we're going to go back the opposite way. Focus. No, cough away. Underneath your work. Okay, and then we're going to push upwards. On the next inhale, we're going to go into a cow pose seated. So inhale, chest forward, and then exhale. Inhale. And then pushing back, we're going to go one more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, and then come to a neutral spine. Let's go onto our tabletop, into our tabletop position. So just make sure everything's stacked first. Connect with your breath. Alright. And then we're going to take, once you're connected, slightly bit time. Oh yeah, you might get a bit warm. Alright. Once you're connected, let's meet by extending the left hand forward, the right leg to the rear. We're going to regain our balance first. We're going to employ the core muscles, engage your butt and your thighs. Inhale. As we exhale, enjoy your breath. Elbow to the knee. Count for 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And place your hand down there. Let's go opposite. So right arm extend, left out the back. Okay, get that nice alignment first. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And these slow, deliberate movements make a little kind of dance with it. So you nice, slow, controlling. Engage in that core. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, plant your palm down. Alright, we're going to go for the hips next. We're going to take the right knee up to the elbow. Take it out to the side, and then we're going to round it down, but we're going to do this nice and slowly, really to get that hip flex, not the hip flexor, the gluteus medius minimus working, which is the side of the butt, and continue this. So inhale up, and then exhale down. Okay, one more. Alright, perfect. And take the left foot, left knee up. So although this is slow and deliberate, this will still get your body going, okay? It will contract those muscles for longer. And you will feel it. We just turn to the breath. Alright, and place that down. What we're going to do is tuck your toes under. You might want to kind of, discard your wall here. Bring your knees up off the earth. And then we're going to go backwards with our bum. And then take those hips nice and high into our downward dog. And what I'd like you to do is just bend the knees, whatever direction, or just feel the downward dog, see how you feel, see how your body feels, and do whatever's interesting to you. Maybe both knees down, one knee at a time. Remember all the teaching points, drop the shoulders, looking up, engage the core. Okay, what we're going to do is come up onto your toes. We're going to round up the spine. So as we inhale, then we exhale. Nice and slowly. Bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Hips nice and high and stand dog. Inhale. Exhale, come forward into our plank. Get the alignment in the plank. Bend the knees, bring the hips back. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Into plank. Alright, we are going to start to walk back with our hands. So move your hands back nice and slowly, engage the core. Move back towards your feet into a half fold. Just bring those shoulder blades back. There we are. Inhale as we exhale, plant the palms down. We're going to start to walk forward again towards the front edge of the mat, coming into our plank. Take your knees down if you need to in plank, right? You don't have to stay up. And then we're going to walk back again towards our feet. Please place a bend in your knees if you need to as well. Into a half fold. Exhale. Up. Exhale, forward fold. But we're not going to start to walk again. One more time. Out into our plank. Hold. And then back. Alright. This time we're going to walk out, we're going to hold the plank. So into your half fold, and then what we're going to do is walk the plank, walk out, so you're back into your plank again. And we're going to hold the plank for about 10 breaths. So place your forearms down, so we're going to go to the forearm plank. Please go to your knees if you need to, okay? What I'd like you to do is press into the ground with your forearms. Your shoulders feel like they should be rounding slightly. Your belly should be coming in towards your spine. Your hips should be coming up slightly, and your thighs engaged. And once you're comfortable, it is going to get a bit harder, so please employ your jelly breath. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, 5 more breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Keep going, we've got this. Exhale. Okay, as I said, take your knees down if you need to, okay? And then on your 10th breath, just pop up into your down dog. Well done. Okay. And what we're going to do now is take the knees down to the earth and nice and easy. Cross over and come into a seated position, however you wish to do that. Scoot your butt forward slightly. We're going to go into our plank, boat pose. So, get your sit bones ready, just lean back slightly. Take your hands back if you wish. Or bring them behind your hamstrings. And we're going to slowly take your feet off. Now what you can do is straighten up as an option, okay? If you want, this is for boat pose. And then we're going to go into our boat, using our Ujjayi breath. Holding for 10. Notice the breathing's becoming a bit quicker as it gets a bit harder. Keep the integrity. Okay, once you've got to 10, just come back up, and we're just going to take ourselves down to the earth. You like, yeah, nice warm up. I love this. But I'm just showing you about the breath, okay? So what we're going to do is on the inhale, we're going to raise the torso, the hip up. So vertebrae by vertebrae, we're going to bring the hip up. And let's take our arms overhead. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the arms down and bring the butt down as well. Inhale, come up again, take your arms overhead. We're going to hold for 5 breaths. So this is where the back, the posterior chain is really working now. Alright, on the next inhale, next exhale, release yourself to the floor again. I'm going to do it one more time with 5 breaths. Okay, inhale, rise up. With your hips, take your head, your arms behind you as well. Great stuff. Looking really good. Use those breaths. And just really connect with that breath and understand how it fits your mind and body connection. Sounds great. Okay. So once you've done 5 breaths, bring your hands down and your spine lowered, vertebrae by vertebrae. Alright, what we're going to do is just rock up into a seated position. We're going to swing round and come up into your downward dog. And we are going to move through our vinyasa. Coming up onto your toes. Once again, inhale, up, round up the spine. As you exhale, come into your plank. We're going to take another inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come down into chaturanga. Put your knees down first, mind. Okay, if that's what's good for you. And then exhale to half cobra. Once you get your back warmed up, we're going to full cobra. And then back to downward dog. So push up and then back into downward dog. If that's what's good for you, remember your knees are always there. What I would suggest is if you have your blocks to hand, we're going to bring the legs through in a minute and it's going to be deliberate, okay? Nice and slow. So sorry, take your knees down, I'm just going to show you something. When we go up to the three-legged dog, we're going to come through, okay, and stack the foot in between our hands. If you struggle with that slightly, and some people do, right, use the blocks, they rise you up, all right? Bring up, take the ground further away so you've got more room to come through, okay? So, back into downward dog, using lots of breathing. All right. We're going to take that left leg up to the slab. And we're going to press down on the right heel. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Okay, inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring that knee through. So round up the spine, and drop your foot in between your hands. Okay. Inhale, rise to a high lunge. So get your balance first. Inhale to a high lunge. Exhale, bring those hip flexors forwards. Tap the tailbone over. Nice and strong. So you should be engaging this thigh. It should be kind of pulling upwards. Both feet nicely distributing the weight. Okay. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to twist to the left. So take your arm forwards and back. Here for 5 breaths. 2. Try and bend into that front leg. Try to adjust yourself if you need to. Oh, careful, steady, steady. Bending into that front knee, okay? So you've really got that wide stance, allowing that body to move forward. All right, we're going to come to the front again, into a high lunge. We're going to step through, nice big step into warrior 3. So when you're ready, get your balance, bring your right leg parallel to the earth, your arms parallel forward if you want to take them out, or use the ground, that is entirely up to you. Okay? Now, notice how your feet are sort of wobbling about. What that is your ankles just working the mobility and it's strengthening all the small muscles. However, if you are really wobbly, what I'd like you to do is make sure that core is engaged and all the stabilising muscles are helping you to stay in this position. Alright, inhale, as we exhale, nice and controlled, down into a high lunge. And then as we exhale, warrior 2, so face the right side, look down at your feet, are your heels in line? Is your knee bent, kind of at a 90-degree angle? Knee over ankle. Your knee also pointing out. The other thing to note is strong shoulders. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Looking down at your front palm. Okay. Alright, and we're going to windmill down onto the ground into the low lunge. Let's go back, nice and deliberate, into our downward dog. Moving through the answer. So we can go a bit quicker, however, use the breath. So inhale, exhale, all the way straight down into chaturanga. Inhale, rise to cobra, or up dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Don't worry, this is always an option. You can always do it in downward dog, okay? Catch a couple of breaths here. On the next inhale, let's take that right leg up to the sky. Press down on the heel on the left foot. 5 breaths here. Try and straighten up your leg if you can. Just bring it down if necessary. Square off the hips. Okay, let's inhale. Bring that left leg to go on your left tiptoes. Round up the spine as we exhale. Bring that knee through nice and easy, nice and slow. When you've got it on the ground, just adjust where you can. Inhale, rise to high lunge. On your next inhale, we're going to twist to the right. Okay? Alright, try and take that shoulder back. When we twist at the abdomen, and then the shoulders will follow. Remember the breath. If it starts to hurt, starts to get hard, just relax with the breath. The out breath, you can start counting to 6. Alright, and come forward, into a high lunge. We're going to step through on the right foot into our warrior 3. So step up first and then come down. And we should have nice alignment from the toes to the hands. On the next inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, step back into our high lunge. And then we're going to inhale, rise. Coming into our warrior 2 on the exhale. Just look at how your heels are in line. Bend into that front knee. So bend into that front knee. Clearly that's not going to come past you. Might want to take that out slightly. Once again, can you take your foot forward a little bit more? Bending in. You don't have to do that, but sometimes if we're upright, if we go to another position then, we've got to adjust our knee. So, bring your foot forward just slightly, okay? Alright, so luckily warrior 2 is not that close to stay for a little bit. Alright, right foot forward. And then come down into our low lunge. And then we will go back into our plank. Straight down the dog. Move the knee into our plank. And then down into chaturanga. Remember, take your knees down, keep your elbows in. And then inhale, rise to cobra. Alright, exhale back to downward dog. And we're just going to have a little breather, so come down into child's pose. Take 5 breaths in your child's pose. Keep moving your journey breath. And take on some water. I know it's a bit weird, the music. Just absence of the normal. Alright, so although it is slow, you could probably feel it, right? It's also warm. Alright. And just rise up into high bulk pose. Just take on some water, take a few other breaths. I'm not going to push it this evening. Okay. We haven't finished yet. Right, okay, so let's all meet up and down the dog. So when we're ready, push up into down dog. I know there's kind of basic movements today, but because we're holding them, they feel a lot harder. Alright, this time, when we're ready, you can take that right leg up to the side. So, three-legged dog. But you can place a bend in the knee. If this is too, when I say bend in the knee, I mean the left knee. So, there you go, not the right knee. If it's a little bit tough for you. Alright. Couple more breaths. Alright. And come up onto the left toe. Move through into a low lunge, all the way through. Step into your hands. We're going to move into our warrior two. So take your left foot out. Bring yourself up and forward. Remember this knee. Alright. We're going to bring our hands behind our backs. Bring the hands downwards. Inhale as we exhale. Nice and easy, nice and deliberate. Bring your chest down to the earth on the inside of the right thigh. You feel the heat rising in the front leg. Just keep your breath there. As we inhale next, we're going to bring ourselves, unlock your arms, bring yourself back up into warrior two. We're going to forward turn the palm and reverse that warrior. Once again, we are going to take the 5 breaths, keep the knee, keep bending into the front leg. What we don't want to do is take all the weight to the rear. Take all the weight to the rear. It's got to be evenly distributed the weight, okay? So once again, we are stretching that side body, okay? So the hips still need to be in line. Okay, inhale, rise. Exhale, we're going to go into an extended side angle. So if you need to block, use a block. If not, just place your right hand down. Make sure you're still in line, because we're going to bind in a minute, okay? So make sure you're still in line. Alright. Nice. I'm just going to move some people onto the left. If you would like to bind, take your right hand under your right leg, left hand. You don't have to go with your right hand under that. If you want, you could just bind with your left hand behind your back. And then, as an option, let's take the right hand as well. Okay, so. Okay. Remember, still bend into that front leg. Yes, you've got this. Alright, I kind of want you girls to really feel it tonight. Okay, and then unlock your arms. We're going to come forward into low lunge. We're going to bring the left foot to meet with right. Into a half fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Alright, I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths. So use your hands to wrap either around your calves or just grab your elbows, however you wish to do it. Place a bend in your knees if your chest isn't falling to your thighs. Looking good. And you should be looking through your legs, allowing the blood to go to your head, and your hips nice and high. Alright. And we're going to place our hands on our hips. We're going to bend back, keeping your chest on your thighs. We're going to bend back. Bum goes backwards towards the earth. And then we're going to rise up with our torso, the chest leading, and then bring our arms by our ears, looking up towards your palms. So you're in chair position. Now, come on girls, you've got this, alright? Keep it here. Use the breath, relax, okay? Relax. Put a block in between your legs if you want a little bit more strength, okay? We've got 10 breaths here. You've done 5 already. You've done 5 already. And then, as an option, if you want, come up onto your toes. Well done. We're going to go into tree pose after this. Okay? Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall forward, fold. Let's just counteract. Just for a second. And then come up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up. Hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to place the left foot on the mat. Did we raise the left foot or right foot at the start? Oh, we'll sort it out, don't worry. Place the left foot on the mat, grab your right foot, bring it in to your tree pose. Remember, you are going to be swinging all over the place unless you engage the stabilizers, okay? Press in your right foot in to your left. Should be your right foot, doesn't it? Alright, keep moving. Look at points of focus on. Okay. Use the breath. And as an option, if you're standing there, all beautiful and lovely and nice and strong, close your eyes and eyes. Okay. It's alright then. It's alright. Okay, and release there. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, down, forward, folding. Inhale, rise to half fold. Exhale, plant, palms down, step back. Inhale, let's go to chaturanga. Rise up to cobra or up dog. Exhale to downward dog. Take 5 breaths in the downward dog. If you want to take knees down, please do so. So it's the left leg up. Left leg up. Yeah, okay. Inhale, left leg up. Push your right heel down. The more you relax, the easier it gets. Okay, and inhale, lengthen, exhale, come up on the right toes, make room, round up the spine, bring your knee to your chest, drop your foot down. Inhale, rise up to warrior two. Check your alignment. Nice. Bring your hands behind your back. Inhale, as you exhale, take that chest down, lead with the chest to the earth on the inside of the left thigh. To give you a little bit more, just bring
The hands behind your back, just forward slightly. Still distribute the weight between your feet, bending into that left leg. You can push out on your right side of your right foot as well. Okay. Alright, and the next inhale, release your hands.
Inhale, rise. Exhale, relax. Bring your self forward, turn your palm. Let's take it back into reverse warrior. Looking up at your palm, still bending into that front knee. Distribute the weight evenly. Come to your breath. Relax. And inhale, rise. Going to place the left hand on your left foot. Use your blocks if you need to, okay? Notice how, just notice a little bit before we go in a bit further. If you rise up, do your hips come forward a little bit? If they do, that might indicate you need a block, okay? Alright, we're going to bind. If you want, let's bind first with the right hand behind your back to try and touch your left knee. Bring your right shoulder back. If you could go a little bit further, take your left hand underneath and bind together. Yep, cramp, lots of things happening. Are you okay? Alright. Take that right shoulder back and hug that left arm into your thigh. Good, looking good, ladies. And breathe. Okay, release. Move your blocks out the way and come into lower lunge. We're going to step through into a half forward fold and then exhale into a forward fold.
Bend your knees to bring your chest to your thighs. And just allow yourself to relax, use the breath. Let your head just relax. I can't hear the breath. Okay, on the next inhale, come up first. Oh no, we're not. We're taking our hands to our hips, come back, bum towards the rear, and then inhale, rise up with your hands, looking up at your palms, put a block in between your legs if you need to. Just enhances the position. Now, if you do struggle a little bit, you can roll up your mat. Place your heels under and it will help you with your chest. I'm going to help you out a bit. Look up, sit back a little bit. You've got this, don't you? You've got it. You've got it. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the sides into Uttanasana. Take your right foot on the ground, bring your left foot into your chair pose.
you reset, take a breath. Calm yourself, calm your mind, calm your thoughts. Right, I want to hear those Ujjayi breaths. Are we ready? Notice. Let's take 6. Count 6 on the out breath. Notice how much you relax. Alright, and release there. Our last vinyasa. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, rise to a half fold. Exhale, plant the palms down. Exhale, back into chaturanga. Inhale, rise to cobra or up. Exhale, back to downward dog. Alright, and into our child's pose for 10 breaths. But I want to hear that Ujjayi comes down. Really just, but this time, count beautifully 4 out of 6. It will help you bring your body down into it will bring your nervous system down into the restful state. Well done, ladies. And just try to understand sometimes when you are not in a posture, or when you're in a posture and you're kind of flailing all over it, you know, coming out of posture because is it mentally, is it physically? And we can use the breath to bring it back together. Because you've all got it. You all know exactly what to do. So you can break from here, have a drink, it's, you know, it's your yoga practice. Okay. When you're ready, swing your legs around and come into a supine position. Take your time, have a drink if you need to, and just when you're ready, move your stomach mat. Lovely. Okay. When you're ready, bring the knees up. And we're going to take the right ankle on top of the left knee into a figure of 4. Okay. We're going to take the hands around the left hamstring. If you want, you can use the right elbow slightly and push the right knee out. But other than that, just draw your left knee towards you. So you get some stretch in the hips. Your left leg. If you're not too dependent, you can put your left foot on the ground and just keep your other ankle where it is. It's always looking away. And then if you breathe in, place your lower back into the ground. You just relax. You slow it down. going to grab our hands. If you want, you could go to a diamond shape, or you can pull them close to you, whatever's comfortable. Make sure your shoulders are back. And as you inhale, we're going to inhale for 4, exhale for 6. But we're just going to come down slightly, holding it. Keep your neck nice and long. Okay? You don't want this rounding. If you want, place your blocks onto your knees. That's what you want. And then as we inhale, we're going to exhale again. And still try to keep, this time use your elbows where you can, but keep the neck nice and long. So we're still not rounding. Okay? And then keep doing this until you come down. And as soon as you start rounding your neck, your back, just stay where you are. And for those with good flexibility, please come to the ground as much as you can. But not around like this. Inhale up, and we're just going to go back down onto the mat again, and take your legs high into the air and just leave them dangling for 10 breaths, and then we've got happy baby after this one, and we're good to go for our relaxation. And this pose is fantastic for allowing the toxins. I mean, we've done a lot with the legs, so allowing the waste products to get back into our lymphatic system. This is usually done up against the wall. Use those 10 breaths again. Okay, once you've done 10 breaths, just bring your knees down towards your armpits and then grab hold of the inner soles of your feet. And just bring your knees to either side of your ribs where you can. And have a little rock on your back. Remember, you've got 10 breaths here, and then into our Shavasana. While you're in this, I'm just going to collect up the blocks so you don't have to do it here. Hold on. When you're ready, just come into your Shavasana. So remember, you've got your blocks there. If your lower back, when you're in Shavasana, if your lower back's not touching the floor, just tuck your tailbone under, or just put a bend in the legs. Allow your arms to fall out to the sides, and your feet. And all we're going to do now is just allow ourselves to breathe in for 4, out for 6. And hopefully you might
start to see, or you will start to see your body relaxing as you count out for 6. I'd like you to start feeling your body getting heavier and heavier on the out breath. Check in with yourself and check in with your mind, check in with your body. You feel any tension? Just allow that breath to be directed to that area. So you kind of breathe in towards where there's tension. And if there's none, allow yourself to breathe deeply into your body, deeply into the mat. Any external noises, just allow it to come into your practice. Maybe as the cars go by, or the birds. Just feel your body becoming more and more relaxed. You just release your jaw. Release all the small muscles around your eyes. Just allow your body to become nice and relaxed, yet feeling strong. Allow this time for you. Time to truly relax. Time to restore. So in about 30 seconds or 5 breaths, I'm going to come back in to the room. So I'd just like you to check in with yourself and see if there's anything else that you need for the rest of this session. Perhaps you can think of something that makes you feel grateful or loved, feeling joy, happiness.
see if that's the emotion's got a feeling. And just bring that into your body and allow it to expand throughout your body and beyond. So just start moving your toes and your fingertips. Flutter the eyelids, and because you've had a nice amount of time in Shavasana, which is always a good one, let's take your hands above your head into a nice big stretch. And then when you're ready, you're going to come into a seated position, but come to your right side first. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then however you want to come up into your seated position. When you're ready, bring your hands to that centre. So in a minute we're going to take a bow, but first just allow yourself to give yourself praise and thank yourself for coming to your mat this evening, and thank you for joining me in this practice. We have a beautiful week. I think the weather's going to get better. Not that it really got worse, but anyway. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a beautiful week. Right? What? Up next week, look forward to spinal mobility. We're going to just do a bit of spinal health, okay? So we're going through flexion, extension, lateral flexion, rotations. What else? Saturday, 31st of May, at the Panacea, I'm hosting a workshop for inversions and arm balances. So if you want to come along, you just need to book. It starts at 10:30 till 1 o'clock. There's a couple of light refreshments. If you're a non-member, it's 30 quid, okay, for 2.5 hours. But we'll probably be going through headstands, the crow, and probably arm balance as well, alright? And I've got a master yoga instructor coming. She's always in my other lessons. I should be